the fifth installment in the Smackdown series and is said by many people as the best Smackdown game ever. WWE Smackdown, here comes the pain. This game was released on October 27, 2003. This is also the first game to have a catchphrase title not relating to The Rock. Again, there is a PAL and NTSC cover. Personally, I find the PAL cover better than the NTSC cover. And no surprise, it was developed by Ukes and published by THQ. So let's get into this Smackdown review. Like shut your mouth, the intro is just the Smackdown intro used at the time, which still isn't bad. The menu layout is a lot more simple than shut your mouth, but it's very effective and does look really cool. And these guys should really see a doctor. The music is alright, not bad. The roster is pretty good. They've added newer guys like John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Batista, Goldberg, etc. Sadly, there's no Hulk Hogan, DDP, or Jeff Hardy, but it's alright. They also have added legends in this game, like Roddy Piper, Legion of Doom, Jimmy Snuka, etc. They also have an old version of The Undertaker, and Hillbilly Jim. Yes, out of all the legends you could have, Mr. Perfect, Andre the Giant, no. Hillbilly Jim, okay? All the arenas are the same as Shut Your Mouth, besides Bad Blood taking over King of the Ring, just with the updated arenas, with the addition of Velocity and an extra Raw and SmackDown. Not so sure what the difference is though. Entrances have not much improved from last year, which isn't bad, but they have fixed the lighting. There's no announcing now, but I guess that could also be a good thing. Also, legends don't have themes or Titantrons, although they have unique entrances they enter on these mini rings, which does make them seem more special. Now for the gameplay. The main change of the gameplay is the controls. They have changed the reversals. It used to be square to reverse, now it's R2 for grapples, L2 for strikes, and both at the same time for finishers. This does turn into a little guessing game, however, I do prefer it being one button, but reversing is a little easier this year. Front grapples are now split into different holds: quick, strong, signature, and submission. Each hold contains 4 moves. This does add more to your movesets, which is good. However, it's not as simple as just pressing circle and a directional button to do a move. I guess it's no big deal, but it slightly slows the pace down, in my opinion. Sadly, in this game, the AI have taken a hit. There are times when they will get you in a hold and just stand there, and it'll take them so long to do a move, it's annoying. It can be quite hard to cooperate with them at times. They're not that great, to be honest. Now back to the good stuff. They've added damage indicators next to the HUD. These show how hurt you are. Body parts will turn yellow, then orange, and then red. This is a cool and useful feature. Although one issue is that sometimes, when a body part is red, after some moves you'll stop and hold the hurt body part for a few seconds. This may seem realistic, but it can be very annoying. They also added a new submission system finally. It's pretty much a button mashing minigame. This is pretty fun and it gives you more control over submissions. This year they also added blood. All you have to do is work on the head long enough, then certain moves will bust their head open. This is a cool feature. This game has no commentary in it. Actually, there's no voiceovers at all, but they really weren't that good or important, so in a way it makes it better. The weight class system now has more of a purpose. In this game, it now determines who you can pick up and who can pick up you. For example, Rey Mysterio is a cruiserweight, so he can't pick up a super heavyweight like Big Show. Again, this adds more realism, but this also can be a little annoying, especially for guys like Charlie Haas, with a lot of pickup moves. There is a new attribute system in this game. This judges a superstar's strength, submission, endurance, technique, and speed, to give an overall. The overall does come into play too much, I feel though. For example, Christian versus Shawn Michaels. Christian, who has quite a low overall compared to Shawn Michaels, gets no momentum from anything, but Shawn gets so much from the littlest move. This is stupid. This completely destroys Christian's chances. Christian gets hardly any momentum from moves and needs to do a lot to even hurt Shawn a little bit, but Shawn gets so much so easily and can make him yellow from 3 or 4 moves. This may be interesting and realistic, but is so stupid to me. Now for the matches. Hardcore match. The backstage area again has completely changed. There are a lot of fun spots in a lot of places, which is great. There's not as many places to go, but it is still really fun. And not to mention the Times Square, the fact you can jump on a helicopter and jump off, that is awesome. You can also Jedi jump up a building and fall off, and it's just so fun. See, so much realism isn't needed for you to have fun. Cage match. This is just the hardest match in the game. Brace yourselves for this extreme mess of difficulty. Seriously, this is going to be intense. Wow. Wasn't that just the hardest thing ever? This even puts Dark Souls to shame. Unfortunately, the special referee still only allows a very limited number of superstars as the referee, and cause. Why? Also, why is there no Stone Cold Steve Austin? I mean, all the referees have a referee attire, but Austin is that one guy who doesn't need a referee attire, cause he never wears one as a referee. This game has also added some new matches. Elimination Chamber. This is an awesome match. It's always in the Survivor Series arena, which is okay, but you can't select the entry numbers however, but it is a good match. You can climb the chamber, climb the pods, Irish whip opponents into pods and everything. It's really fun. Bra and panties match. This pretty much is a submission match. This match is quite fun though. First blood match. With the addition of blood to this game, this was a necessary match to have in. This is a good match. So let's go to the creation suite. Create a superstar. Create a superstar again has improved in this game. They've added a few new parts and changed the layout a little bit so it's much easier to find parts. Besides that, everything else, create a moveset, create an animation, and create a stable, which is back in the create modes, are all the same. And now for the almighty season mode. There is no draft this year, but you can edit the rosters, which is great. This is pretty much like the Shut Your Mouth season mode, although in my opinion the storylines are a little more shallow and dull. You can't roam around backstage anymore, instead there's a locker you're always at to make things a lot more simpler. You still can talk to people in the move option. This is actually much better and more effective. To unlock items, you have to pay for them with cash you earn in season mode. You earn this by playing matches in season mode. Obviously, if you win you get more. The amount of cash you get is determined by how many superstar points you have. I really like this method of unlocking stuff. Sometimes, however, if you're not that big of a superstar, you don't always get matches or storylines, so you basically will be skimming through shows and pay-per-views with no matches at all. Funny enough, in season mode, every title match is a no disqualification match. Probably because titles don't change hands that way, but this makes title matches much simpler. Just get a weapon and attack your opponent with it, it's much faster. I'd also like to share a tip from Lion's Edge. If you go under the ring and pull out a table, set it in the corner, then right when your opponent is about to grapple you, run into the table and he'll get disqualified. This gives you a real quick win, although it may be a little easy sometimes, it can be hard other times. Overall, this game really is very good. It has good gameplay with some improvements, new matches, improved entrances slightly, blood, damage indicators, more moves, cool backstage, and more features for season. Although this game does suffer from slightly worse AI, overpowered attributes, 2 reverse buttons, and less interesting storylines. I give this game the same rating as the first 2 games, 9 out of 10. This is one of the best Smackdown games ever made, no question, but I still feel Shut Your Mouth is much better. That's been another review, and the next will be on the first Smackdown game under the Smackdown vs. Raw title, simply called Smackdown vs. Raw. What the hell was that? You need 4,173 kilobytes to save this game.
Oh god. Oh.
I think the game's fine. Yo, this is PlayStation 2 Smackdown. Here comes the pain. The fire in the game's insane, and I'm not talking about Kane. You won't believe all the divas in a bra and panties match. Create your own superstar. It keeps all your stats. This time they added blood. You can tell when you're in danger, and I dare you to conquer the Elimination Chamber. We got too many options. It'll fool any geek. In Legends mode, you can use Snooker or the Iron Sheik. Yo, this is thugonomics, man. This class is dismissed. So go, get out, man, and cop that disc. What?